and we're going to get to talking about what's happening. How y'all doing? Hey guys, happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday, happy Tuesday. My clothing looks a little crooked because there's a kitty. There's an emotional support kitty laying on me, so I can't straighten out my clothes. Okay? But I'm here, and y'all here too. So let's talk. Listen. Y'all get comfortable. Hey, Eve, 7819, Camille Fun. Hey, now, hey. Y'all on the vertical, so bear in mind, y'all know the vertical. I'm going to end it at a certain point, and then we're going to skip the dip over to our regular live stream. Y'all come on in, get comfortable, shoes off, like this video. Please don't make me beg for likes. It's the middle of the day. Let me greet who's here, and we got to talk about it, baby. These people, RHOA is really doing something to my blood pressure this year. Linnell Sala, thank you for being number 5. Priscilla Clemens is number 3. Thank you, sis. Quiet Storm 87 is 4. Bianca the Beautiful is in the chat. Our head archangel, keeping that chat safe for all of us. She is here, and she be working hard. So when y'all see Bianca in the chat, show her love, because a lot of times when B is in here with us, she still be at them people's job. But she still come in here to make sure the chat is good. So y'all show love to my B. Hey, Texas Passion. And everybody in the vertical. All right, she asking y'all to please hit the like button. Get your snacks and stuff. Get ready. Okay, get ready. Because we got to talk about this. Okay, because it's not going away. The Lauren Brown is here. Happy Tuesday. You listen on your drive home. Thank you for being like number 7. My girl Candy Butler hit the button at the same time. She's number 7. Our beautiful, adorable, gorgeous, fantabulous niece, Couture Bay, is here, and she's like number 8. It's D Crazy, D Amazing DS. She's number 10. She's here to run that reflection corner and run her mouth. You know she gonna do both. Nikki B, how you doing, darling? Happy Tuesday. My girl Iron Butterfly is here. Thank you for being number 10. All right, Auntie Eva is here. Happy Tuesday. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Y'all treat me right now. Brooklyn Queen for you. Hey, thank you for being number 11. You and Auntie Eva both. My girl Belicious is number 10. Honey, a lot of people hit it at the same time on the 10. Aries Diva, hey, boo, you on your way home? Thank you for giving me the heads up on the hair stove so I know how to move. Brooklyn Queen for you is here. My good sis Magaline Lamar is number 1. Listen, y'all can blame Magaline for why we laugh right now. She the one to blame for all this. Yes, sis, I'm throwing you up under the bus. Magaline Lamar is the reason why we're here right now, because I did not see what she sent me on Instagram. And when I saw it, I say, oh, no. We got to talk about this mess with Angela and Shamia and George and Ashley and the neighborhood and the neighbors and who hunching who and who had to give somebody some money, because this thing is starting to look shady as hell. So y'all tell Magaline thank you in the chat, because we wasn't even supposed to be here today, and yet we here because Magaline made sure I saw what I saw. Okay, and now we all finna see it. Aries Diva, thank you for being number 20. All right, Shanika, hey boo. How's your Bajan? Yeah, that's how you say long time no see in Chinese. Y'all know I be trying to get my languages together. Makeup Addict, how you doing, my love? Hit the like button. Nephew is here. Sean Living Life is number 11. What you say, Tuesday afternoon stream? Baby, it's a mess. You already know. Yep, heat up your food. Everybody right now, this y'all time to head start. Heat up your food. Get your cold drink, your Stanley cup, fill it up, whatever you got to do, because we about to get into it. It's some foolishness going on. And y'all know I can't half stand it. Sanji, thank you for being number 20, honey. Thank you. Sweet as she can be. Jenny Patterson, that's my girl. She number 22. I'm so glad y'all here. Make sure y'all like this video, share this video. Let's make sure everybody knows that we are live and we in here. This is not our normal time live, so you know people ain't looking for us to be live right now. But we got to talk about what's going on. So look, thanks to our girl Iron Butterfly, I still got some notebooks here, and I need them because mess is happening. So let me tell y'all what we got to talk about and why we are here right now. Okay, dearly beloved, why we gathered here today. We gathered here because, one, Angela Oakley ain't dropping these whole allegations on Shamia. She ain't dropping them. Now she holding on to it. Now we know how she can be. One, hey kinfolk, thank you for being number 28. I appreciate you. I'm so glad you made it. My girl, Country Girl Queen, is here. She number 25. Child, ain't nothing good. These people don't know how to act. So we got to talk about them because they keep the mess going. Actual treasure. Hello, actually gorgeous. How you doing? Happy Tuesday. DT, we love you, baby. Yes. And he's reminding y'all to please like this video. Okay, as we talk about the whole Angela and Shamia of it all. Yes, because they're not letting this go. And we're going to have to call out BS on both sides of the aisle. We just got to. Because, you know, this channel, we ain't paid by nobody. So we just going to call it what it is. Devastating loves warriors. How you doing? Welcome. Happy Tuesday. Quiet Storm said, Dietrich, I ain't been here for about a month, but you looking pretty. I'm looking skinny. No, girl, not all this meat. Not all this meat. Look at this arm. You see all that meat? That's meat. Good meat, too. Okay, Azom. Okay, let me make sure I get your name right. Azomila Dabula. Welcome, 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 welcome. I'm glad you subscribed. Don't let it be your last time now. You are so welcome. Thank you so much. Yeah, who zooming who at this point? But yeah, on both sides of the aisle, you got foolishness. We ain't paid by nobody. So, you know, when you come over here to the front porch where we gossip, we keep it straight. Devastating loves warriors. I'm glad you subscribed too. Welcome. Happy Tuesday, Ms. Nisi. Thank you for being number 44. Yeah, so Angela ain't dropping none of the whole allegations. None of them. Lorato, hi. Welcome. She ain't dropping it. She holding on to it. So at first, I was just going to kind of go past it and not pay it a lot of attention because I didn't understand why she was hanging on so bad. Like at the end of the day, okay, you basically saying you believe she a hoe. You're not saying you got no evidence that's your belief. You got a right to your belief, right? Okay. Couture Bay, you know Auntie gonna call it out because I get tired of them lying. I get real tired of them. And I got to say something. Marnita Ross. Hey, Marnita, thank you for being 32, baby. Peanut just slid in the chat. She number 40. Y'all tell Peanut, hey. Yeah, we finna go and get into this here. That's right. DT said we not paid by whole activities or tow ventures here. Yeah, ain't nobody paying us to lie, and we don't take money to do no lying over here. We not doing it. Dana Cutler, Steelers Nation, our sisters here. We love you, girl. I hope you continue to get better and better every day. Thank you for being like number 43. So listen, housekeeping real quick before we dig in, because y'all know once I start running my mouth, that's pretty much it. Make sure that y'all like the video. When you hit the like button, when the count goes up and it shows you how many likes we have, that's your like number. Put it in the chat. As y'all know, if I don't have to beg for likes, we play the like lottery. If I call your like number, you have 2 minutes to get to the chat and you're going to win a little something. Now, we don't have light bill money. The like lottery is a scratch off. Okay, we got something on your 40, maybe on your cigarettes, but we ain't got nothing on your light bill. Okay, make sure if y'all do use bad words or curse words in my chat that you misspell your curse words. Please respect my house a little bit, okay? J. Rochelle, thank you for being number 41. I appreciate you. D. Michelle Lovely, thank you for being number 44. Misspell your cuss words. Make sure that everybody is kind to everybody in my chat. We don't tolerate disrespect, bickering, arguing, or calling each other out our names over here. It is absolutely disrespectful. So do not do that over here. Okay, everybody must be kind. Also, remember that your fave may not be someone else's and vice versa. Y'all can agree to disagree respectfully, okay? But tongue and teeth may fall out. Kin folks don't. So make sure that you're kind. I don't know who this is in my vertical respect my country. Why the hell would I move to anywhere else? I am from America, honey. I am American. A Southern American at that. Okay, some of us have paperwork to prove we've been here longer than this country been a goddamn country. All right, and if you happen to be of the pale persuasion, you may not have that story. Some of y'all folks came in on Ellis Island, while the rest of us were already here. Okay, but welcome to you. Lorado say, "Oh, thank you, darling. Where I'm from, Florida, Ocala, Florida. That's where I'm from. Born and raised, horse country, God's country. I am a Florida girl. To the core, to the bone marrow. All right, to the bone marrow. All right. What'd you say? You need a 40 and some Benson and Hedges after work. I know that's right, girl. I ain't seen nobody mention Benson and Hedges in a long time. You ain't kidding. It must have been a long day. Boy, Auntie Brenda used to send us when we was all working at the prison. Aunt Brian used to send us to the Martin Mart to get her Benson and Hedges, the menthol, the little light green, shiny, silver looking pack. Yeah. I ain't never been a cigarette smoker, but I always thought it was cool when the old ladies could smoke the cigarettes. They always look so classy. I just, I was too rough. 31 Liam. Hey, darling. Hey, Ricky. So listen, this is what we gonna do. Right, Dana, let them know. I'm a Florida girl. Don't ever get it wrong. That's right, Florida to the core. Yeah, that blue silver, that color. Y'all know what I'm talking about. DT say, I probably need a strong drink and a stronger. Ooh, after hearing about the whole activities and toe ventures. You so crazy. Extra Treasure say, I had a lot of work to do today and I work alone. Oh, man. Yeah, it's like that. So listen, before we dig in, everybody in the vertical, if you over here and you can see me doing this, we're about to end the vertical, but hit the icon for the channel. It's going to show you that I'm still live because I am. If you tap it, it'll bring you over to our regular live stream so you can join in with everybody else, okay? And those of you who are over here, don't go nowhere because you already in the right place, okay? Let's get into it. I'm going to go ahead and end this one, and we're going to talk about what's going on. All right? You said your sister just moved to Florida. We from Mississippi. How about I currently live in I'm not in Mississippi right now. I'm in Tallahassee with Peanut, with my baby. But I currently live in Jackson, Mississippi, but I am a Floridian. And I'm not surprised you from Mississippi. Mississippi has some pretty women. Don't y'all sleep on Mississippi. Mississippi has some of the most beautiful Black women in this entire country. And I'm talking about foundational Black American women, gorgeous women to the core. To the core, we have some beautiful ladies in Mississippi. So shout out to the Mississippi girls, all the pretty girls from the SIP. Okay, Deborah Randall is here. Thank you for being number 53. Y'all know Housewives Talk is legal. Once Deborah slides in, Carrie Clark is 51. I thank you. All right, Belicious say, glad your work day is over. You made it. I know that's right, girl. You done made it in here. Well, we're going to sit up here and talk about these people. Yes, I'm in Jackson. Come to Discord. One of y'all put the Discord link in the chat. Please put the Discord link in the chat so sis can catch up to me because I ain't hard to find. Okay, I'm a regular girl because if we in the same town, we can go get us something to eat, something to drink, or something to something. Okay, now we got us a emotional support kitty that is here. What's the matter, mama? Her fussing. Oh, look at the thing. Y'all say hello to Garnet. Granny calls her Fancy. Fancy is here keeping us company while we gossip. All right. Fancy is keeping us company while we gossip. All right. So let's get into this thing. Yeah, Angela ain't dropping it. I was sitting there looking at the whole situation. I'm like, why is Angela like just trying to die on this hill? What is really going on? It don't make no sense. I saw the comments. I seen her talking about, oh, the truth gonna come out, alluding that something came out of the reunion. Yep, y'all are some beautiful women. Listen, I love to sing the praises of my beautiful sisters. You love Biloxi. A lot of people like Biloxi. Now, I know back in the day, they used to go there to gamble. Born and raised in Jackson, love at first glow. Another beautiful Mississippi madam. Honey, y'all got some lovely ladies. Lovely, lovely ladies. I mean, unmatched. Miss Sparkle said, I may have been away, but math ain't math, and it sure ain't. Now that it ain't. Okay. Dana Cutler said, I'm in Pittsburgh, but my family's from Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Carolina got some pretty girls too. Some of them Geechee girls is downright gorgeous, and even the girls that ain't Geechee, there's some beautiful girls in South Carolina too. I show love to all my beautiful sisters. You didn't realize I was in Jackson, thought I was in Houston. I left Houston. We left Houston. Thank God. I don't miss the traffic. I don't. Seanitra say, good evening, everybody. Thank you for coming live to provide me with a distraction. I'm here, girl. I am here. All right. Born and raised. I love it. And y'all, the little known Black history fact, Couture Bay is one of our gorgeous little sisters out of Louisiana. Yes, yes, we have some beautiful foundational Black American sisters on this channel. We have some beautiful sisters that are from other lineages. We have some beautiful sisters that are from the Caribbean, that are repping the UK, that come over here. Miss Gardner, thank you for being number 79. We got some beautiful sisters all the way from West Africa that come in and kick it with us, like Miss Carrie Amoneke. We got some beautiful Black women from all points of the globe that come and hang with us. Oh, yes. And Tanya S says she's a NOLA girl, but she used to live in Houston. So shout out to all of our beautiful sisters who are here to gossip today. Quiet Storm put the Discord link in there. Baby, hit that link and then hit me up in there. Because anytime I'm in Jackson, if you ain't got nothing to do, I ain't never got nothing to do. I come hang with you. We'll go get us something to drink or something to chew on. Now let's talk. Angela with her stuff, she wasn't dropping it. She steady going. And see, everything happened for a reason. Everything for a reason. D. Michelle Lovely say, love my Florida girls from Central Florida. Wouldn't have it any other way. That's right. That's right. So listen, she hanging on, alluding that something came out of the reunion. And I'm sitting there like, Angela, we done seen this before. You know what I mean? Just to be fair, because y'all know I covered last year when Angela had, was pushing that narrative and having people tell lies on Phaedra. She did the exact same thing that we see Shamia doing now, paying the blogs to spin narratives, paying the blogs to tell lies. Y'all remember, put a 1 in the chat if y'all remember all of Angela's shenanigans last season. Put a 1 if you recall her shenanigans. Okay, DT say 26 of y'all need to hit the like button. Now, we got gossip in the middle of the day. I need y'all to hit that like button because y'all know I ain't supposed to be in here. Y'all know that. So please hit the like button. Y'all remember that, right? All right. So here's the thing. I don't think she lying this time. I'm going to be honest with you. It was hard for me to come to that conclusion because we caught her lying last year. And she lied so bad last year. And the fact that she got caught not only lying, but it was so much evidence. Shout out to the young man, Alex, who told everything last year. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I think Pinky Cole might be pregnant. Her and her husband still in the baby making stages. They got small children. I think that maybe, that nice married couple is expecting a baby. I would like to think so. I would like to believe that. We're aware that Shamia was having difficulty getting a baby. It would be nice if she did. You know what I mean? That would be a blessing. But I don't think it would be her. So I'm thinking it's either K. Michelle or maybe Pinky. But whoever it is, I hope they have a healthy pregnancy and no complications because, morbidity rates among Black women having babies is far too high. So I truly, truly hope that in my heart that whoever it is, that they have a healthy pregnancy and they, deliver like the Hebrew women. That's basically all I can say. But I truly believe that. I really hope that, and I pray for that. Kim Carter, thank you for being 71. Say Pinky did look pregnant on Watch What Happens. Okay, well that's good. You got a nice, married couple, and they young enough. She young enough to still be having babies. I say have as many as you can have, safely. Just deliver safely. That's all we pray for, is a safe delivery and healthy babies. So I saw that. I didn't pay it no mind because, like I said, Angela pushed it all the way to the reunion. Even after Alex exposed her last year, she still sat on that reunion stage and continued to lie. Matter of fact, when Angela came into this season, she did a fake apology to Phaedra, but in the confessional was still throwing shade, throwing dirt, slinging mud, like she still halfway wanted to push the lie, like, oh, I'm being the bigger person. I'm just going to forgive her and move on. But, I really low-key think she did it. It's how she was putting it off. And y'all remember that when, don't mind me, I'm threading the needle, honey. I'm about to do some hands-on while I talk to y'all. Anyway, when Drew had her movie premiere, I believe it was. Yeah, the movie premiere, because that was the same one where Porsha brought the woman she going with to the movie premiere, right? So during that time, she and Phaedra were talking. She did the little fake apology to Phaedra, but she was still in the confessional talking about she was being the bigger person. So she still wasn't copping to the fact that you legit lied on that lady, pressured that young man into lying on that lady, telling him he better come up with some receipts to make the lie look valid, until his friend Alex decided to expose everything, including recorded conversations, text messages, and emails. Now, if y'all remember, then we don't have to go back and rerun that. But I'm just giving you some context as to why I simply did not believe that it was a lot to what Angela was saying. I told y'all what I thought on Sunday. I felt like Angela don't like the stuff that Shamia has done, the things that Shamia has said, and I felt like she was just slinging mud. I think you a hoe, so I'm gonna call you a hoe. That's the way it came off to me, right? So then, when she made the phone call to this Ashley girl, then I told y'all what I thought about that as well, which was, one, it was odd to me. Hey, DB, how you doing? Say, Auntie, is there anything Shamia did last episode that you can commend her for? No, I can't. Because I got to be honest, and y'all know I don't like lying, and I don't practice lying. Yeah, we had to go back down memory lane. Hey, D from the D, how you doing, boo? So anyway, that's really what I thought it was. And I told y'all what I felt about the text messages and the calls and all of that. I told y'all from the gate. The lady, Ashley, which is George's wife, we now know her name is Ashley. Unfortunately, everything we know about this lady is against our will, but we do know that her name is Ashley. And her husband's name is George. And we only know about these people because Shamia brought these people to us. Okay? Shamia brought these people to us. Because while Angela spoke with the people, Angela didn't bring their name to the show. Angela did not tell us anything about these people. And so we would not know their names right now, were it not for Shamia bringing it to the show. And Shamia brought it to the show because she said that the young lady, Ashley, who is married to George, Mr. Crash for Cash, the ambulance chaser, is, who they presented him to be. I don't know this man, whether he is one or not, but Crash for Cash and your face on billboards all over town is giving ambulance chaser to me. Now, y'all let me know if it give you something else. But anyway, the fact that her and Angela had just had this exchange at the table, they all sitting up talking at the table, and they just had this exchange. And I felt like it was extremely convenient and suspicious that lady would be texting you out of the clear blue all of a sudden. Somebody would have had to contact her to tell her that y'all had just been discussing her and her husband in the first place in order for that lady to be texting Shamia. Put a 2 in the chat if that makes sense to y'all, because that's what made sense to me. Tell them again, Quiet Storm. Y'all don't forget the bubbles. We have your engagement button on the bottom right-hand side, the circle with the heart emoji. Make sure y'all tap it, please, and thank you, and send up those bubbles because I'm sensitive and I need all the support and engagement I can get. All right? Yeah, she was pretty, but she be pretty all the time. Shamia's always pretty. And you're right. That's about all we can give her. So I see twos. We on the same page with that. Now, all of a sudden, this lady texting you about a conversation that you had with Angela as though she work on production or somebody in the camera crew called her. How in the hell would she know what you talked about with Angela minutes before? It doesn't make sense. What does make sense is that, Shamia, you reached out to that lady and you told her your side of the story, which we found out first of all, when we saw the text messages, I could see that it was a conversation bubble that Shamia had cropped out. So I knew whatever you said to that lady initially, you cropped it out. And I'm going to go so far as to say, if Shamia hadn't said anything out the way or anything to garner or create dishonesty, she would not have had a reason to crop that out. You understand what I'm saying? If Shamia had only texted this Ashley woman and said, hey, girl, remember you told me, that Angela was coming to you looking for information on me and stuff like that. I mentioned that to her and she told me X, Y, and Z. If that's all it was, Shamia wouldn't have had a reason to crop that out. Shamia cropped that out because Shamia had done went and lied on Angela first. And I said, oh, well, I guess, turnabout fair play. You dealing with two people that lie. She could lie, you could lie. Ain't nobody no better than nobody else, and that's the game y'all playing, right? Hey, innocent instigator. Hey, Miss Dime. Y'all hit the like button for me. Okay, it looked like about a good 30 people ain't hit the like button, and I need y'all to hit it. So she cropped out what she said to Ashley first. Now, I know she got past a lot of people with that, but y'all know she didn't get past me with that. Y'all know I didn't miss that at all. No, I didn't watch Carlos King's take, because Carlos King is sitting up there trying to, he's part of the blogger squad that's trying to help Shamia lie her way out of this mess she got herself in. And I don't approve of that. So I don't participate with that type of foolishness. You know what I mean? But then when Angela called the lady, I'm sitting there like, now we gonna hear. Because with her calling the woman, she didn't text the lady first. So, and not only that, Shamia wasn't expecting Angela to call that lady. You understand? So she didn't have time to get with the lady, get the story straight, and say, hey, Angela gonna call you. Make sure you say X, Y, and Z. So I kind of low-key looking back, I appreciate that Angela kind of did the sneak attack with the call, even though she did get exposed too. And I'm going to talk about that as well. Now, Angela exposed herself as much as she exposed Shamia, but she absolutely exposed herself. And see, she also, by the way she did things with Porsha and Phaedra sitting there in the same room, what it also did was let us see that Porsha and Phaedra are going out of their way to try to stay out of everything. Because when she called the lady, she said, what got back to you? So she's already, assuming that whatever's being said, something in the milk wasn't clean. Okay. So when she asked the woman, what got back to you? The lady said that Shamia told her, well, what got back to me was that I said that Shamia was sleeping with my husband, or that I thought Shamia was sleeping with my husband, which we could tell that from the text messages that Shamia was reading. But Angela never said that. So it's like, okay, Shamia, so you called that woman and told a lie to get her to talk trash about Angela. It makes sense. It tracks. And I believe the lady, because of what she put in the text messages that we saw on Sunday was Angela's line, I never thought that. Because remember, Shamia says to her, yeah, because I didn't know we had beef, or that you thought I was sleeping with my husband. And the lady said, no, I never thought that. For Shamia to say, I never knew we had beef, or that you thought I was sleeping with your husband. When I first read the text messages, I'm like, Shamia, that don't make sense, because who said that lady thought that? Nobody said that. And then for the lady to repeat that, it made it very clear that, yeah, you went and told that lie. Angela didn't tell that lie. Now, we know Angela will lie, because we caught her. We went through it like 3-4 different live streams covering all her lies last season. But Angela didn't tell that lie. Actual Treasure say all of it's weird, Ashley included, because her and Angela are neighbors. She should have remained neutral, because she didn't help her husband's case. But I'm going to tell you what I believe. What I believe is Shamia was talking with them people about Angela, or that those people went to Shamia to repeat what Angela said. But something is telling me it could have went either way. At first, I thought it definitely would have been Shamia going to these people. But after what I saw of these people, it's really clear that they could have been the ones that went to Shamia. It could have been that way. But whichever way it went, when they told her, oh, Angela asked questions about you, Shamia definitely lied on Angela real fast. Y'all had a conversation, not 5 minutes later, this lady is texting you with the lie that you told. It's getting weird. Okay. I don't know if she's going crazy on Twitter, but something definitely funny is going on. And it's kind of what happens when people do lie and they feel like this the one time I'm not lying. And I'm sorry, but I feel like this may be the one time that Angela ain't lying. Now, do I believe that she know anything about who Shamia's sleeping with? No, I don't. No, I don't. And I think that it's fair to say that Angela ain't claiming that she know nothing. She's just saying, I think you a hoe, so I'm calling you a hoe. Because she ain't came and told us that, oh, she got proof that Shamia slept with nobody and nothing else. So that ain't what I'm saying. What I'm saying is the comments that she claimed that this George character made, I believe he made those comments. And I'm going to play what Magaline sent me that made me say, you know what? We may be jumping to conclusions. VJ, thank you for being number 84, honey. Thank you. Thank you. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button. Now, Shine Bright says the only absolutely tracks. The only person to see it from this angle. I'm going to tell you the truth, Shine Bright. I'm going to put this back up there. It's not that they don't see it from this angle. It's the fact that they've been paid to push a narrative. So it don't matter how much truth is out there. They just gonna keep telling lies. We saw the same thing last season with Angela Oakley when she not paid, but intimidated that young man to lie on Phaedra after he told her about Charles being at the restaurant with that woman who people are saying is friends with Kelly Farrell, Kelly Potter, whatever the hell you want to call her. Because I was one of the lone voices that was just reporting what happened without taking sides. Everybody else was just repeating whatever Angela said and kept calling Phaedra a liar because it was okay. Now, what's wild? Yeah, Shamia's cute. She's not just cute. Shamia's pretty. Her attitude and her behavior is not pretty, but she's very pretty. So I just say that woman, Ashley, is 27 years old, very pretty, and she wants to be on TV very badly. I've seen her, and she wants to be on Real Housewives even more so. She playing both sides. Definitely Gil's playing both sides. Okay, VJ said, I'm hearing that the tide is turning for Shamia as fans are seeing her as a real victim, because that is the game that they're playing. They need Shamia to be a victim. Shamia does not have a personality that she can stand on her own. The only way Shamia feels like she can exist is by being a victim. She needs somebody to point at and say, you the big bad wolf, because her personality is not a standalone personality. She's not somebody that folks is interested in. I'm just being honest. People ain't interested in Shamia. People was interested in Shamia in the beginning because she's Porsha's friend, and they wanted to be able to say, oh, look what Porsha doing to post Shamia. Once that didn't work, then, okay, we need to be able to say that, okay, somebody's jealous of Shamia. And so now they piling up on her. They ganging up on her because everybody's jealous of Shamia. And that don't make no sense. It's just a bit much. They was talking about Angela, and Angela didn't know. Right. That's what the hell going on. That is what's going on. But I think that Angela's not dropping it because Angela feel like, okay, I was lying before, but now I'm telling the truth, and she wants people to believe her. That's what's going on. It's clear that the Ashley girl is playing both sides. Oh, yes. But hold on. Now, let me show y'all something else. I'm going to share the screen real quick because it's some more stuff going on that got me, things that make you go, Oh, Porsha knows something, but Porsha ain't saying nothing. She making sure that her mouth ain't in it. Innocent instigator, something is definitely missing from the story, and that guy and his wife want to get on that show. Absolutely. Absolutely. It's definitely more to this George character. Don't worry. Say the Ashley girl seem a little slow, not gonna lie. Seem. Cute girl though. Pink Pilates Princess say, I'm still Team Junebug, like 111. I know that's right. Okay. Extra treasure say, because Porsha running to the bathroom when the first allegation came up was telling. Former bestie know where the bodies are. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. But the problem is Porsha not willing to mud sling, and Shamia is dying to sling the mud. Say, yep, that's why she keep bringing up the mamas. Right. She wants to do this thing with Porsha so bad that Porsha ain't trying to do it with her. She ain't trying to do it with her. Say, that Shamia mentioned the situation Angela had with Phaedra. I think they had a hand in it, and they used that to discredit Angela. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Those that go on Candace speak on it are hella biased. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I do believe Ashley want to be on TV. She seems to be an attention seeker. But don't worry, we're going to get into it. Lord, Pink Pilates Princess, Ashley say, why everybody with my name slow? Because there's only one you. The rest of them is imitators, but they can't duplicate. You want Porsha to spill it because you're tired of Shamia. I'm sure Kelly done heard some rumors. You right, Shanika. She done heard some rumors. Let's share this screen real quick. Real quick, because I want y'all to see the type of stuff that's going on, and some of the comments that are being reposted. If y'all go to the blogs, they go to get fan comments, but they're getting certain fan comments because they're trying to push narratives. And we're gonna look at that, and then we're gonna look at what Angela Oakley put up and who was in her comment section. Even say the fans will turn on Porsha if she do. So she doing the right. She doing right to keep it to herself. I know that's right. Don't tell nothing. Extra treasure say, because let my husband name come up, I would have interrupted the taping. Tequila not calling, tequila knocking. I know that's right, girl. Say these content creators out here saying that Porsha manipulating behind the scenes. Right, because Shamia wants Porsha to be the bad guy. Even if Porsha avoids her, if Porsha don't talk to her, if Porsha don't look at her, it don't matter who she beef with, she gonna make Porsha be the monster in the closet or the boogeyman under her bed. Hey, Lady T, thank you for being number 89. But hold on. Yeah, I noticed that the content creators with, oh, it's Porsha doing something to her. Porsha not even talking to this girl. Not doing nothing. Ain't saying nothing to the girl. Sitting up saying that Angela and Drew is doing Porsha dirty work. And I'm like, is this a joke? Am I being punked? Angela's still taking shots at Porsha. Like, can we be for real at some point? At some point. And this is the fact that they keep trying to make it be Porsha. I hope they know that they are literally exposing the fact that they're doing dirty work for Shamia, because nobody else in the world would need it to be Porsha. Nobody else needs Porsha to be the villain. The only person that needs Porsha to be a villain is Shamia. She came on the show with an agenda. I'm gonna be the fan favorite, and I want to feel like I'm taking it somehow, some kind of way away from Porsha. By Porsha distancing herself, it ain't working. And the fact that you beefing with everybody but Porsha ain't working. So now she got the bloggers trying to spin a narrative, and it's not sticking. Nikki B say facts. Kelly and Shamia set that mess up last season. Hell yeah. And then set up their line on Sunday. Kelly did, talking about after the man did that to you at my Williams-Sonoma event, I threw him out. Like, we didn't see you go over there and raise a glass and toast and yell cheers with this man after he did that. Yeah, she don't want that with the Black Mamba. The Black Mamba is deadly. Porsha is the Black Mamba. That girl is a snake if I ever seen one. But the fact that that particular snake don't even want to bite you, she avoiding you, she going to the other side of the street, and you still trying to make it be that, it looks whack. DS says, I wish Shamia would put this much effort into her outfit choices. Deep. Shine Bright say, Nick, that's old. That old BR so wild if they did. You might have to retype it, baby. I don't know what that means. Shamia brought up the Charles situation this episode, and so did Kelly. Right. Say they want Porsha to be the villain so bad. I'm actually proud of how she handled herself this season. She truly seems unbothered. She cares like she cares in general, but she don't really give one. If she don't give a hot one. She don't. Yeah. So they including Cynthia and said dirty work. Yeah. Desperate. Nikki B say none of these creators can talk about anyone else without bringing up Porsha. They are weird. They are paid, allegedly. That's what I believe. Let me pull an Angela Oakley. That's what I believe. Ain't nobody told me that, but my eyes work. Okay? I may not have the biggest, prettiest eyes, but I promise you they work. I promise they do. Did y'all see Kelly with the Nigerian pastor at the BET Awards? No, because I don't watch the BET Awards. Why you ain't send me a screenshot, girl? Listen, I normally can translate typos. You just got me that time. Extra treasure say even how she can't handle K. Michelle. Hurry up and close every case she tried to bring against her. Shamia misses the Porsha she was friends with, but Porsha that would beat your tail dressed as Frosty the Snowman back in the alley. Yep, we all remember that. Candy tried to school Shamia, but it ain't work. I mean, because Candy's manipulative, but Candy's smarter than Shamia. Shamia not smart enough to do Candy. And it's real funny to me that Angela Oakley actually told her, you want to be Candy. And Shamia was offended when the girl said that, but it's the truth. It's the truth. Shamia do want to play the game like Candy, but you're not Candy. You are not Candy Burris. You can't do what Candy do. So look, let's take a look at this. Let's take a little look-see. Now, y'all see this? We're going to look at the caption of what Angela posted, because she, again, cannot drop this, but I want y'all to see something. So now Angela say, after tonight, this was a day ago. So this would have been Sunday night, Monday night, whenever. She says, yeah. After tonight, all I can say is this. Truth takes time. The season isn't over. So she's alluding that most stuff gonna come out. She said this, and we don't, again, don't know what's true, don't know what's not, because we know who we dealing with. She say, truth takes time. The season ain't over. It then says, watch the Housewives tonight. So I guess she posted this on Sunday. But I want y'all to see who in the comment section. K. Michelle is in the comment section with hearts and stuff. So I'm like, okay, what the hell done went on? Mind you, on one of Shamia's many, many, many podcast appearances, somebody asked her about what was going on between her and K. Michelle, and she makes the comment talking about, tell K. Michelle to bring it. And I'm thinking, you don't want her to bring it. You don't want her to bring it. You don't. Because if she get the spilling about the things that you done told her about Porsha and how y'all had y'all alliance, you got, Shamia, you got outed for trying to have an alliance against your so-called friend last year by Britt Edie. It'll be a shame if K. Michelle end up outing you about your, attempt at having an alliance with her. So I do find that to be very interesting that K. Michelle is in Angela Oakley's comment section, with all hearts. And the only thing Angela said was, after tonight, all I can say is truth takes time. So why would K. Michelle be in Angela Oakley's comment section with hearts? Based on what and for what reason? Y'all don't think that's odd? Y'all don't think that's odd? Because I do. Whole season, K. Michelle been over there with the loser alliance, i.e. Kelly, Shamia, Pinky, and her. Now, why on earth? Explain to me why K. Michelle, of all people, would be in Angela Oakley's comment section with all hearts. That makes sense to y'all? Because it don't make nothing to me unless K. Michelle is abandoning the alliance and something finna come out. What y'all think? Give me a 7 if y'all think something else about to come out and K. Michelle has jumped ship. Because that's what it looked like to me. Okay? Lord. Yep. Rochelle, thank you for being number 92. Now, Miss Dime say Angela lied on Phaedra last season. True. I think Angela has done it this time with Shamia. No, I don't think so. I don't see it. You got to give it to me. You got to give it to me. Because last season we had her dead to rights. We sat here and went through audio tape on this channel. Put a 4 in the chat if y'all remember that. We went on this channel, chapter and verse, with my notebook live, taking notes on what was said and every lie Angela told. I don't see it this season. I don't see it this season. And I don't make up stories. Don't nobody pay me to lie. You can't pay me to lie. Nope. Nikki B say Dennis couldn't take Pilar around Shia. We ending this jealous cycle. Who is Shia? And why Pilar need to be around this person? And who is who got a jealous cycle? You got to give me something to work with now. Extra Treasure say on this episode where she was talking to Jarvis, did y'all see the M blurred out on the phone? Marcus Marvin Milton, who are you, Jarvis? That's a good question. And thank you for being a good detective, because I didn't even see all that. So they must have really fallen out. They had to have fallen out. Something happened. Something happened with K. Michelle and Shamia. For Shamia to be on podcast talking about telling K. Michelle to bring it, and K. Michelle to be in Angela Oakley's comment section with a bunch of darn hearts. Something is not adding up. Okay? I don't understand doing your dirt with people you don't trust and don't consider your friend. Well, see, that's what happens when you are friends of convenience. See, Shamia was just hoping she could find people that would be willing to hate Porsha. She ain't really trying to be their friend. She trying to use people. She want to be manipulative and use people. And it's not working out because she's an off-putting person and people don't really dig her like that. And you could tell. You could just tell. Lauren Brown say Shamia and Kay are beefing. That's why Kelly is second chair. That don't have nothing to do with that, Lauren, because Shamia don't have no pull with Andy Cohen. None whatsoever. Jay Rochelle say K. Michelle was standing back and watching how everything played out. Yeah, but she was participating too. Don't forget, she tried to fake a beef over a miscarriage question. Wasn't even a comment, just a question. She tried to fake a beef about that. Then she tried to fake a beef about the dude that she said was the African that put his naked feet on her kitchen counter. Y'all remember that? So she didn't just sit back. She was participating with it. Okay, so I'm not the only one that think it's odd that K. Michelle was in this lady comments. Okay, definitely. I see them 7. So y'all feel like I feel something done switched up, something went down. Yes, and Auntie Eva, thank you, and Sean and the rest of y'all for keeping it real. I covered every lie that was told last season till I was tired and sick of Angela. Yeah, you can see she hiding something. Now, I don't know what the hell she hiding, but she hiding something. Say Shamia ain't chimed in since the reunion, has she? I don't know. Has anybody seen her do any more press tours or podcasts since the reunion aired? Because it looks like after the reunion, things did talk. It does seem like they died down a little bit. Shia is Shamia's eldest daughter, who she claimed Dennis and Gerald had play dates. Oh, okay. That's what you meant. Thank you, boo. I didn't know who that was. But Porsha would be stupid to send her child over there. That ain't got nothing to do with jealousy. That's common sense. If you don't like me, you wouldn't allow me talk trash on my mama. No, my child can't come over your house. The hell? Extra Treasure say, well, Shamia basically called Kay a liar when she showed Carlos the photos from the club that night. Right. But if you recall, when Carlos was like, well, do you believe the other stuff she's saying since you claim, this didn't happen and whatever? She said, well, I'm not going to call her no liar if she feel like I did that to her. And it's like, what do you mean feel like you did that to her? We just saw this episode where K. Michelle told her exactly what she did. The fact that you the one brought up Candy and your other friends, and you the one told me that they don't want you to be my friend and all of that. But then when she talked to Carlos King, she says, well, I'm not going to say she a liar. If she feel like I did that to her, then that's her truth, or whatever nonsense word salad she put out there. See, this is the thing. That happened. So we got to let's look at the pieces real quick. Angela ain't dropping it. She's steady making her comments, right? On top of the fact that Angela ain't dropping it, she made her comments on Twitter. Then she made her post on Instagram that we just looked at. We got K. Michelle in the comments, which to me is suspicious as hell. Okay. And then we got a clear issue where the bloggers are still pushing their narratives, and I feel like the narratives are flopping because I'm seeing quite a decent amount of people in the comment section is pushing back against the narratives. I'm gonna pull up some of them because this is what I'm seeing the pages and the bloggers do. I'm gonna just hit Bravo Shade Room because it's a good enough one to hit. I think it's a good enough one to hit because I want y'all to see the type of stuff that people are saying about Shamia, like how she's such a victim. Such a victim. Like it's not even getting weird. It has gotten weird. It has gotten completely weird. Okay. Some of the comments are getting weird. Some of the comments are pushing back, but they're pushing the victim narrative as hard as they can. And I will say that. I think that's obvious at this point. And I mean hard as they can push it. Let me share the screen. But I think it's flopping. And Pinky been all in Porsha comments, and Porsha been showing her love. Yeah. What's the saying? Something's rotten in the state of Denmark. Cosmic Queen, thank you for being 142. Nice to me. Thank you for being 97. Shia is Shamia's daughter, the same age, first the mamas, then next their daughters. Yeah, but yeah, Porsha, stay away from that. Don't carry your turn around people that don't like you. Don't do that. Shamia nor Kelly have pulled with Andy Cohen. They don't. Not a lick. Not a lick. Yeah, you don't send your baby around people don't like you. When I was married the first time, I didn't let Peanut and them go around them people unless I was right there watching. I didn't trust them folks because I know they ain't like me. But it shouldn't be no beef. It's only a beef if you know each other. If you stay away from each other, then it won't be no beef. You see how that works? It's okay not to like people, but when you don't like people, the right thing to do is to stay out their face. That's what you do. When you don't like somebody, you stay out their face. You don't go around people and be nice, nasty, and fake and try to be frenemies and then end up trying to do stuff to people behind their back and, you know, be backbiting and underhanded and all that. That's what I don't approve of. That right there. That's what I don't approve of. It's okay not to like people. You don't have to be friends. Ain't no law say you got to be friends with somebody. Hell, ain't no law say you got to be friends with people you used to be friends with. Sometimes you outgrow folks. Sometimes y'all go in different directions. You make new friends. You have new interests. Sometimes you may come back to being friends later. Or sometimes, you know, that chapter of your life is just closed. It don't have to be beef, because what I'm seeing from Porsha, it looked like she ain't trying to have no beef. She just wants you to leave her the hell alone. But what I'm seeing with Shamia, she seems weird. Like, if I can't be your friend, then I got to beef with you. I got to pretend you doing something to me. I got to tell stories on you. I got to pretend like every beef, every problem I have in my life, somehow you're behind the scenes making it happen. That's weird behavior. Kim Carter say, something off with Shamia. But one thing for sure, I can't with K. Michelle. There is weird all around this season. Oh, yes, it's a lot of weird. It's a lot of weird. Pinky Cole was weird. K. Michelle has been hella weird. And Shamia is the weirdest at this point. The weirdest. All the way down to her faking like she was speaking in tongues because the clear woman was playing the bagpipes in Scotland. Just weird and creepy. Simple. Just creepy. So let me share this screen real quick. Right. It wouldn't. Hold on. Let me share the screen, y'all. Because we're going to look at some of this stuff. And I have to be careful because we can't play nothing. And I mean nothing from Bravo, because they're not finna tag me. They're not finna pop me. You know, Bravo will take your whole stream down. But we're going to look at some of these comments. We're going to look at some of these comments, because some of the comments that the blogs are choosing to share are part of pushing the narrative, but some of the responses that the people are giving in the comment section, it ain't working. Some of it ain't working. Y'all make sure y'all like this video, please, and thank you. Okay. All right. Our girl Eileen. Hey, Eileen. Eileen says Shamia is simply immature. That, you know what? That's one way to look at it. And you know what? You might be right. That might be like one of the biggest issues. It could be. What's up, D. Seratinas? And yeah, Andy did say it was one of the best reunions in a while. I ain't seen Shamia say it was a good one yet, though. So that's why I'm kind of curious to see how it go. Actual Treasure say correct. I blank up around the people I don't like. I never want you to get the wrong idea. I'm not nasty about it either. Let's just put a nail in it. I may revisit the case at a later date. Right. Yeah. But you know what I'm saying? That's what happened. That's what happened. That clear woman was playing the bagpipes and she up there faking like she's speaking in tongue. I'm like, not the daughter of Miss Sanctified up here pretending to speak in tongues. Yep. So look, let's look, y'all. So this the type of stuff. These are the comments that's showing up. And the sister that says Shamia can't afford bots, she absolutely can. So could Angela Oakley, because she had them last season. She did. Nakatata paid for bots before. Stacey Rush absolutely paid for bots. She didn't pay TJ the money she owed him, but she sure paid for them bots. And I can always tell when it's bots because they end up saying the same stuff over and over. I have seen multiple accounts say what this Brooke Ashley person is saying. I don't know whether this is a bot or a paid person, but the script's the same. Watching last night episode of RHOA, I'm on Shamia's side. Angela, girl, this George story is a chop. Literally word for word, it's a chop, it's a chop. Ain't that many people using the word chop. That's some young kid stuff, you know, Nicki Minaj fans convo. But I'm seeing it that much. This person say the fact, listen to this one. Still trying to blame Porsha and now Phaedra for her beefing with Angela. This person said the fact that Porsha and Phaedra sat there and didn't say anything, it shows more that they are doing this because it's Shamea. That's the real plot of the season. And I had to stop right there because, first of all, Porsha nor Phaedra, we ain't seen them coaxing Angela, cajoling Angela. When Angela sat in that truck with them when they was going to dinner, and when Angela went to talking about, I wanted y'all to see the truth, and I'm glad y'all heard my side. Porsha nor Phaedra gave nothing. They didn't say a thing. Now Phaedra made a face and said, but that was it. And when Phaedra was in her confessional, she made it very clear. Like, I ain't getting in this because just last season you was calling me the Godfather, deep throat, or whatever the hell she said, right? But naturally, when you start seeing comments like that, me personally, I'm thinking paid for by Shamia, because why are we bringing up Porsha when Angela's calling you a hoe? Okay. This Smell the Roses account said, I don't even like Shamia, but this was a major L for Angela. You can't just say things without proof, just like the Phaedra story last year. If Phaedra had lied like that, y'all wouldn't have let her live it down. But Angela got off very easy for that. And I'm stopping because I remember just this episode. It to me, it's not a coincidence that this same episode in question, Shamia brought up the issue from last season with Phaedra. So she's basically going to try to use the situation with Phaedra to push the narrative that, okay, everything Angela's saying about her is a lie. Now, the problem I got with that is, if you could say, yes, she being my emotional support kitty, she in the gossip. Mm-hmm. So if you could say that the other person, that, you know, they're not saying nothing, they're not saying anything, and they doing this because it's Shamia. Well, last season the lie was on Phaedra. And everybody could see it was a lie. We were all sitting there when Junebug came out. So why was there no question then, and why is no one mentioning now that I didn't see Shamia rushing to defend Phaedra? Actually, what we saw this season was that Shamia sat there and lied on Phaedra. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all remember. Very early on this season, Shamia lied on Phaedra and said that Phaedra was telling people that Pinky Cole ate meat. Can I get my 1 in the chat if y'all remember that? So explain to me how Shamia gets to lie on Phaedra, and somehow the bots and the paid accounts are trying to convince us that it was somehow Phaedra's responsibility to defend Shamia after you lied on her. You literally lied on this lady. I'm not understanding that too. And nobody had a problem with it. Angela got away scot-free basically for lying on Phaedra last season. And that was not a problem. It was not a problem. But in this season, the bots, the paid accounts, and the paid bloggers allegedly expect us to forget why they blaming Porsha and Phaedra for Angela and Shamia beefing, these two full-grown women. And we ain't seen Porsha nor Phaedra engage in none of this bull crap. But they expect us to get amnesia, and we're not supposed to remember that Shamia bold-faced lied on Phaedra after her 3-foot tall minion is the one that told her she seen seen Pinky eating steak. Because I seen her eating steak. And Shamia, who could have just simply not repeated anything, if you don't want to tell on your friend for talking bad about somebody, that's cool. That's cool. But why would you repeat something at all and then lie on Phaedra? But now all of a sudden, somehow Phaedra and Porsha are at fault for not defending Shamia while she beef with Angela. Because Angela don't like some stuff you had to say. Because she was picking with Shamia to start with. I'm going to just keep it real there. She was definitely picking. And then Shamia, you took it to talking about her husband, and she called you a hoe. And then you took it to approaching her child and saying stuff out the way to that woman's child. And I'm sorry, at this point, I do feel like Shamia need her behind beat. Because why you bothering that woman's child? I'm sorry. I don't go for that. I don't go for that. Okay? But anyway, all of that, let's look at some more of this, the commentary that appears to be paid for. So this one's like, you know, just like the Phaedra story last year, if Phaedra had lied like that, y'all wouldn't have let her live. Well, they didn't let Phaedra live, and Phaedra was the victim. There were people all in the comment sections last year talking about, see, Phaedra's a liar. She lied on Candy. Oh, she lied. And then when it came out that Angela had bullied that man, sent people to intimidate him at his workplace, we heard the phone calls of her telling that man that he better come up with something to make it be Phaedra. Everybody was extremely quiet. Everybody. Except, you know, the one or two of us that just wasn't going. Then we got this one here. This Willie W. person. My problem with the group at this moment, can I freeze this? Yeah. My problem with the group at this moment is that everyone is saying they don't believe Angela. Okay. Behind her back, but they're quiet as a church mouse in front of her. And I'm sitting there like, okay, what y'all want them to do? Fight for her? Fight for her what? They don't believe her, but they can't prove nothing. She's saying that's how she feels. What they gonna do? Fight her? Then you got this person, this J person, saying tonight's episode was hard to watch. And here we come with the victim narrative because nobody is speaking up to defend Shamia. I got one question. I have a question. And the answer I'd like to know. Did we see Shamia speak up to defend Porsha when Kelly was just calling her a hoe for no reason? Did we see Shamia speak up to defend Porsha when she was called a hoe? In previous seasons, when they was calling Marlo Hampton a hoe, who jumped up to defend Marlo? Mind you, these people can't point to one man that Marlo Hampton has slept with. Everybody got speculations, but don't nobody know nothing. Let me know if you've seen somebody defend her. When Kenya Moore was called a broke down hoe from the 90s, who jumped up to defend Kenya? Who defended Kenya? Who did it? Because I don't remember any defense of Kenya or of Kim Zolciak or of Tanya Sam or of Porsha Williams. I do not recall anybody being defended. But now you got these paid for accounts and these bots talking about nobody defended Shamia as though she's some kind of innocent victim. You know, how dare you say this? I'll go you even further. Why were there no calls for her to be defended when Britt Edie called her a hoe? Hell, who defended Britt Edie when Shamia called her a lady of the night? Who defended her? Because I didn't see nobody defend her, did y'all? I didn't see that. Did I miss it? Did I miss it? It has really gotten to be a bit much, hasn't it? Hasn't it? But then I want you to let's take a look at this. This is one of those blog accounts on Twitter. Dr. Wendy's 4 Degrees, one of those blog/fan accounts, fan stan accounts. And this person says, this is sad. If Angela had not spoken to Ashley on speakerphone, we would not have known that Angela was calling her asking for dirt. And I do want to address this because Angela did expose herself with that. You did, or even if you didn't, blatantly ask for information on Shamia, you did it clear enough that this woman assumed that that's what you wanted, and she was comfortable enough saying it to you, Angela, that you was looking for information on that girl. So even if you didn't say tell me everything you know about her, you led into the conversation enough trying to dig for information that this girl felt comfortable saying that to you. So she absolutely did expose herself that you was getting dirt on Shamia because you wanted to slang mud because you don't like Shamia. Shamia said that your husband was cheating on you and you called her a hoe and said she was cheating on her husband. Simple. Now, is it the end of the world? No, it's not. And no, I don't feel bad about Shamia being called a hoe and, somebody saying you cheating because you was comfortable saying that woman's husband was cheating. And unless you going, name names, leave it on the playground. Simple as that. She said, this person says, I hate when housewives resort to dirty games. And if she lied about the whole George thing, how about the basketball players? We don't know she lied about the George thing. And we're going to play a clip. We're gonna play a clip. So y'all can get a load of George. I feel like the only way we can really have an opinion or a valid opinion about this person is to get a look at this person. So we're gonna get a look at this person. Make sure we ain't missing no good comments. Hold on, let's grab this real quick. This person said that Porsha tapping Phaedra when Angela got caught in the lie didn't open y'all eyes, and I don't know what to tell you. It should open your eyes that Porsha and them ain't got nothing to do with it, because Porsha did reach back there and hit Phaedra when that lady said, well, you asked me, did I have any information on that girl, and I didn't have nothing to tell you. Now that right there, that was telling to me that, hey, they ain't got nothing to do with this, and it's getting juicy. And I feel like that's important, because the rate at which bloggers are trying to make this somehow be Porsha's fault because Shamia is beefing with everybody needs to be studied. This one says, so pressed for a moment against Shamia. Now your neighbor is calling you a liar and you look corny, but let her and Drew tell it. It's all about Porsha, right? This ain't got nothing to do with Porsha. This got to do with y'all. You and Shamia was both on some bull crap, okay? Y'all was on some bull. I think we come to the end of the road. Yeah, let's get out of this one. But we got to go to, let me stop sharing so I can pull this one up, because I want y'all to see this clip. I want y'all to see this clip of this George person. Because when y'all see the clip of this George person, a whole lot of stuff is going to start to, make a lot more sense, in my opinion. Shout out to No Chaser TV and shout out to Magaline Lamar. Okay. All right. So yeah, let me share this screen because I want y'all to see this. And this dude look creepy and everything. I'm with you, Cosmic Queen. It's like Shamia really is telling on herself the rate at which she's trying to have a beef with Porsha when Porsha ain't even basically refusing to address her. Right. That's true. They don't call that girl a hoe 100 or 1,000 times over. They really have. They really have. Say that was what when Kay was lying about the plot and the plan. Okay. I'm making sure I ain't missed no comments. Right, Delicious. He creepy as hell. Listen, I want y'all to turn this sound up, and I want y'all to get a load of this man and this woman, and then we're gonna talk about this real quick too. Okay, let me pull him down and pop him back because I want y'all to get the whole thing.
Let me introduce you to the empire, my family. It's complicated, it's loud, it's love, it's mine, and it's the Crash Money Millionaire family.
Y'all don't know me yet, so let me just introduce myself. I'm Ashley. I'm a mom, a mummy. I'm 27, mama 3, and George's partner in this beautiful, messy thing that we call life.
She's a really cool lady. She's sweet, understanding, all the good stuff, but she's a little crazy too.
I'm currently 27 years old. I met George when I was 23.
She was literally getting out of her car, walking past my condo, about to deliver some Uber Eats. When I saw her with those little bitty shorts on and everything showing, you know what I mean? Booty popped out, titties popping, and I was like, golly, this was the most beautiful girl I've ever seen in my life. And I was just off a rocky relationship with this other girl, and I'm like, I'm in hot pursuit a damn prostitute. But guess what? She wasn't a prostitute. She was soon to be girlfriend.
I thought I was just dropping off food. I didn't know I was picking a whole new future. Yes, I'm younger. Yes, people judge. But age don't define love.
Let me stop on little Miss Ignorant Country. Now let's talk about something. Yes, Belicious, he good and trashy. So now I'm going to say this. Y'all still going to sit here and tell me Angela lying and that man ain't said that? Because she ain't said, Ashley said a goddamn thing. She said that man said she was so fine, I had to give her the money. So are we still going to sit here and pretend like this man ain't said what Angela said he said? Sandra say, I really don't understand how Shamia fans expect her to be treated like some delicate flower, like everybody being so mean. This crap happens to every single one of them. Sure do. But I want to know if y'all think I'm tripping, because I'm sitting here like, oh, this man absolutely said that. Hey, Trina, listen. Now, y'all see this cat? She trying to get on the computer. Now, look, Miss Kitty Cat. Now, either you sit down or you go downstairs or something now. Yeah. That man said that. Angela ain't lying on that man. She ain't lying on that man. Because she ain't said Ashley said nothing. All the mess about Ashley saying, oh, I never said that. That came from Shamia. That didn't come from Angela. So if anybody lied on Ashley, it was definitely Shamia and it was not Angela. So I'm sorry. I didn't know George like that. I'm sitting up here looking at this and I said, that man said everything Angela said he said. That man said everything Angela said he said. Yeah, call his wife a prostitute. He said that. He said that. Texas Passion said, I thought the lie was them sleeping together, not what he said. Well, the problem is Angela did not say they slept together. Angela asked her, is you effing George? And said, I asked that because he said when he met you, he had to give you money and you were so fine that he had to give you the money. So Angela's saying that's what she felt and that's what she said. She didn't say that that man slept. She didn't say that the man told her he slept with her. She didn't say that the woman said that I think he's sleeping with her. She asked the question on national TV in front of the camera, is you effing George? Now that's what the hell she said. She ain't said 9 times George told me that he know the size of your cooter cat. She didn't say that. She didn't say that. She didn't say that. I can tell you one doggone thing. What she claimed that man said, I'm going to tell you to your face, I believe he said it. Yes, Miss Kitty Cat. See you later, girl. She couldn't hold still, y'all. She had to move. Our emotional support kitty has left the building. Bye, Garnet. Yeah. He said that. He said that, hey, 3 buckhead. Yep. The fact that he referred to his wife as a prostitute, I'm in hot pursuit of a prostitute. And y'all really trying to convince me that that man ain't said what Angela said he said? Are we going to pretend like he's such an upstanding gentleman? Creepy and thirsty, for sure. For sure. He said that. Same way Shamia asked Drew if she was sleeping with Dennis. Angela asked if she slept with George. Thank you. That's all the hell I'm saying. Let's get on to it. This the man that called his wife a prostitute now. But we're going to sit up here and pretend like there's no way that he said what he said to Angela. I believe he said it. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I know apparently between the paid bloggers and the bots, we supposed to be pretending like we think Shamia's the victim. I don't. I feel like George said some out the way stuff and Angela took it and ran with it because she don't like Shamia. Shamia accused her husband of being a hoe, so she accused Shamia of being a hoe, and she ain't gonna drop it. Hey, Shannon say she was smart and called a wife because calling the hubby wouldn't have went that way. Yeah, I don't know. She called a wife because Shamia said she had text messages from the wife. And she remember, sis, during the episode, Shamia was the one that said I should call Ashley in front of her, and Angela went to the door and said, yeah, call her. So the idea of calling Ashley didn't even come from Angela. That came from Shamia. That's all I'm saying. Couture Bay say, I believe it too. Run it back again. I sure will. I sure will. I'm going to run it right on back at the request of our beautiful niece. We're going to start it from the top, from the tippy, and we're going to look at this man that they trying to convince us that Angela's lying on. Because that's the only statement that she made was what she claimed that George said. I want to remind y'all, she made no claims that Ashley said anything. Any statement that Ashley supposedly said anything came from Shamia, and we heard that from Ashley. It did not come from Angela. Okay, it's a shame we got to do this because we're dealing with women that lie so much.
Let me introduce you to the empire, my family. It's complicated, it's loud, it's love, it's fun. And it's the Crash Money Millionaire family.
Y'all don't know me yet. So let me just introduce myself. I'm Ashley. I'm a mom, a mummy. I'm 27, mama 3, and George's partner in this beautiful, messy thing that we call life.
She's a really cool lady. She's sweet, understanding, you know, all the good stuff, but she's a little crazy too.
I'm currently 27 years old. I met George when I was 23.
She was literally getting out of her car, walking past my condo, about to deliver some Uber Eats. When I saw her with those little bitty shorts on and everything showing, you know what I mean? Booty popped out, titties popping, and I was like, golly, this was the most beautiful girl I ever seen in my life. And I was just off a rocky relationship with this other girl, and I'm like, I'm in hot pursuit of a damn prostitute. But guess what? She wasn't a prostitute.
I'm in hot pursuit of a prostitute. That's how he referred to the woman he married and put and installed over his children. That's how he referred to him.
She was soon to be girlfriend.
I thought I was just dropping off food. I didn't know I was picking a whole new future. Yes, I'm younger. Yes, people judge. But age don't define love. Effort does. Right?
Love don't check IDs. It checks the energy, and definitely you gotta have them pockets. You know what I'm saying? And what we do, I got those pockets.
When I met George, he already had 5 kids. So when I say I stepped into a full situation, I mean a whole situation.
Okay. So that's the clip, and that's what I needed y'all to see. This is who we dealing with. This is who we're dealing with. We dealing with a young lady that definitely gives bird brain energy. Definitely gives, I desperately want to be on TV. Definitely gives, he's disrespectful to women, even the one he married. Oh, yes. So are we ready to admit something in the milk ain't clean here? Bianca, ain't she slow? Slow as an unplugged crock pot. It ain't even on low. You just done went in there and pulled the damn plug. Ignorant. Something ain't right here. But these people trying to convince us that we crazy. We crazy. We supposed to be so crazy that ain't no way in the world that this man made the statement that Angela said he made toward that woman. That's what I'm saying. But the fact that I'm with sis in the chat, hold on, let me see, because I want to get the name right. You know, sometimes I keep straight what y'all said, but I forget who done said it. Hold on, because I want to make sure that I give credit where credit is due. Girl, them people is married. They married. Right into a bed, they acting like, oh, he's such a good man. He's a good man, honey. Oh, yes. Got to be. Shannon the one said it. Shamia, if Shamia wanted to shut it down, and Angela claimed that George was the one made the statement, Shamia didn't text George. Shamia texted the wife so she could lie and say that Angela said, "Oh, Angela said that you thought I was sleeping with your husband," or Angela said that you told her I was sleeping with your husband. If Angela told you that George is the one that made them comments about you to make things look a certain way, why would she not reach out to George? Instead, you reached out to the wife and lied when you could have just called George and told the truth. Y'all agree with Shannon? Because I do. If y'all agree with Shannon, give us a 4. We're going to go back to number 4. I agree with Shannon. Think about this now. They sitting at the table. Y'all going back and forth. Angela done called you every breed of hoe she can come up with at this moment. She using what George said about giving you some money. You knew what she was talking about, Shamia, because you told her that was for my donation for my breast cancer event, which that tracks. It makes sense. Why would Shamia not call him and say, hey, the money you donated me for the breast cancer event, what statement did you make to Angela about that? Because you got this lady thinking I slept with you, or she's saying that she think I slept with you. So, what did you say to Angela? That's not what Shamia did. Instead of her doing that, she called a wife and told a lie. Y'all don't think that's suspicious? Y'all don't think that's suspicious? Because Angela ain't told you that Ashley said nothing. She told you that George made statements about you that made you seem like a hoe. So why would she not confront George? Why would you text Ashley and tell a lie when the truth will do? You see what I'm saying? You see what Shannon's saying? Because I agree with Shannon on that. Yeah, wives can deal with wives or whatever. But even if you want to say, well, I'm calling you because I don't want to call your husband, why would you not call her and say, hey, get George over here? Because the money I donated to your husband for my breast cancer event, Angela's saying he made statements to make it look like I was sleeping with him or like we had something going on. But she didn't do that. Instead of her doing that, she called that woman or texted that woman and told a lie. I'm just saying, y'all got to make that make sense to me. What was the point of lying? What are you lying for unless you didn't want to ask no question that could get you an answer that you didn't want to get? What are we lying for? What we lying for? Perfect Time was on air. She knew exactly what she was doing, being sneaky. Yeah, we saw how sneaky she was back in season 9, in my opinion, but we showed up saw how sneaky she was last season. This is my best friend, I'm so loyal, but you got a whole alliance against your so-called best friend, girl. Bye. Bye, girl. Bye, girl. See, this here what I'm talking about. Right, that's how it was supposed to go. That's how it's supposed to go, because I respect it, because I'm not finna call your man either. But if your man done tried it with me, I'm going to try to go through you, but it's going to be, get your man in the room or call that nigga on 3-way. It ain't finna be, I'm going to call you and tell you a lie about something that wasn't said. We finna talk about what was said because y'all done tried me. Right? Shamia's a liar. I keep telling y'all that girl is trash and I see her a mile away. That girl is pure trash. Okay, and sis on the phone said, same way Candy let everybody do her dirty work to Porsha. But that was at this point, that was, hold on, let me get all the comment right. But that was okay because Candy got money. Facts. Everybody acted like they didn't see Candy. Nene pointed it out and everybody told Nene she was lying. Then sis on the phone said, at this point, I wish Porsha was behind the scenes. And me too. But she ain't, because it's given she don't really care enough to be behind the scenes on Shamia. She act like she just don't care nothing about it. Okay? You see her too, Shannon. It don't make no sense. Couture Bay say, now Candy actively getting online. The timing is so wild, isn't it? Mm-hmm. I mean, she may be. Angela got caught with her hand in the cookie jar last year, but she might be clean this year. She might be. I ain't saying she is or she ain't, but she could be. I can't call it. And y'all know I don't pick sides when I got both people that's known for lying and stuff. I can't pick a side. All I can do is look at the facts. And when something don't look right, I got to call it out. I ain't got no choice in the matter. Okay? Now, Nikki said, I would never disturb a wife based on an accusation. I don't give a bleep. I mean, no, if I know you well enough and somebody say your husband said something, I'm going to call you. I'm going to give you a chance to clean up your own house because that man, that belong to you, not me. I'm going to give you a chance to handle your business. I am. Now, if you don't, and I decide to mop that Negro up for you, I don't want to hear nothing because I'm going to first give you a chance to handle your house. You know what I mean? Because just like I'm the queen at my castle, I'm going to assume and I'm going to move like you the queen at yours. Because I'm clearly the queen at mine. You said Candy will be coming back in the fold only if they can get an arrangement to get rid of Phaedra. Because I don't believe Candy will ever share a screen with Phaedra again. Charles said, why would she call her husband? It would have made things worse. Shamia already knew what Angela had been asking a couple about her, and the wife probably told her. Yeah, but that still don't add up, Charles. If she called a wife, why not tell her what the wife claimed, what Angela claimed her husband said? Why would you go and make up a story that didn't happen? Why would you go and tell that woman something was said that wasn't said at all? What was the reason for the lie? Can anybody who happens to like Shamia, because you know I don't like none of them, so I can't help with none of that. But somebody who happens to like Shamia and want to, you know, spray for her, you know, shoot some laxity for or whatever. Can somebody explain to me what was the purpose of Shamia calling that woman telling a lie when she could have just told the truth about what Angela said and said, girl, find out what your husband said to Angela because she claimed he said X, Y, and Z. What was the lie for? Why, Craig? Why, Craig? Why you get fired on your day off, Craig? Why would you go and call that woman and say Angela said something she didn't say? What Angela said was inflammatory enough. It was inflammatory enough. Why would you not do that? Cosmic Queen said they claim Angela brought it to the show, but Shamia the one brought it up. Thank you. Just like the mess when it came to Porsha Mama. Shamia is the one that did that in that scene with Cynthia. And then when Porsha saw the scene and addressed what was said in the scene between her and Cynthia about the mamas, now all of a sudden Shamia and her fan base are acting like they got Negro. They don't remember that Shamia sat up there and tried to blow dog whistles and get the fans to attack Porsha's mama. That was nasty. It wasn't no reason to do that. And then Porsha got mad and told her wrong road and let her know that she'll go ahead and nuck if you buck about Diane, which is her right because that's her mama. You wouldn't play with my mama name either. But it looks like every single time Shamia is the antagonist. She starts crap, throw them rocks, hide her hands, and play victim. Angela called me a hoe. Yeah, after you call her husband a hoe. You and this woman arguing, why did you bring her husband into it? Was Angela being messy with Shamia? Absolutely. Bothering her, harassing the girl. Oh, you keep accusing me of being the reason why you and Porsha ain't friends. And I feel like Angela was doing that to get a reaction out of Shamia because she still don't like Shamia, right? But instead of Shamia keeping it between her and Angela, you decide to bring that woman husband into it and accuse him of running around on her and cheating on her because you knew what you was implying. And then when Angela returned fire, and then instead of calling your husband a hoe, she called you one. Now it's the problem. Hey, Wayne, call me Wayne. I like that name. How you doing, Wayne? Welcome here. Make sure you like this video and subscribe so you can come back. Now, Nick is say group text with Ashley, George, and Angela to clear it up real quick. Hello. My favorite game is Who's the Liar? Get everybody on the phone. I wouldn't even did no text. Get everybody on the phone. Did you not say X, Y, and Z to me? That way Shamia could have been in attendance where she could say, hey, the only money you gave me was for this breast cancer event. Why would you say that to Angela? Or did you say that to Angela? Then he got room to say, yeah, I said it, but I was joking, or no, I never said it. But Shamia didn't do that. She didn't reach out to the wife with the intention of clearing up anything. She reached out to the wife to tell a lie on Angela because she wanted the lady to say something out the way about Angela because she wanted a gotcha moment on screen because she's trying to turn the tide. She was working her hardest to make herself a victim. And she thought, okay, I finally got it from Angela. Couldn't get it from Porsha, but I got it from Angela. And now she's got bloggers and bots trying to tie it to Porsha somehow, even though Porsha ain't got nothing to do with it. I see Shamia. Shamia ain't fooling me. I ain't slow enough for Shamia to fool me. I ain't never ate crayons, paste, glue. None of that. I didn't eat lead paint chips. I didn't grow up eating a bunch of processed food. My brain works and functions way too well for me to ever fall for Shamia's mess. Candy, Rashida, Toya, and Shamia are birds of a feather. They are. They are. Absolutely are. And so is her mama. She just like her mama. Three Buckhead said, I hope Angela be vindicated because I'm not trying to be Team Shamia ever. Yeah, well, you know, I ain't team none of them. I don't like Angela. I don't like Shamia. But I'm going to call it straight. You know, when we had Angela dead to rights last year, we didn't cut Angela no slack. And I feel like this year we got Shamia dead to rights, and I'm not cutting her no slack either. Not for anybody. Not for anybody. I don't have no pity. I don't have no understanding. Lord, makeup addict say, don't nobody here like Shamia, so we can't answer. I just would like to know what was the purpose of the lie for anybody who, you know, really sees her as this victim and, you know, everybody doing her so wrong. You know, she can call people hoes, but can't nobody call her one. And, you know, she can bother people children, but can't nobody mention her children. And, you know, she can talk about people's husband, but don't mention her husband. And, you know, she can sit up and tell lies on people, but don't you lie on me. I just need somebody to help me understand how this works. You know, somebody who like her. Innocent Instigator says Shamia probably promised to get that lady on the show. Probably the reason why they trying to say Drew gonna be gone. Probably hoping Drew gonna be gone. And don't get me wrong, I don't like Drew, and I wouldn't mind to see Drew gone, but not in order for them to bring little Miss Love and hip hop, shiny gold hot pants on the show. We don't need no more love and hip hop on Housewives of Atlanta. And that little girl is giving love and hip hop. And I don't mean no disrespect by calling her a little girl, but 27, you a whole child. I don't want to see that. If I want to watch little girls on a TV show, I'll watch Baddies or something, or whatever the hell is that. I'll watch that, or Love Island or something. Ain't that the other one with the young people? I'll watch that if I want to see children on a TV show. Nikki B said, am I the only one who thinks there was some truth to what Phaedra and Porsha said by Candy? No, you're not the only one, because I believe that it was a rumor. I believe Phaedra heard it somewhere and repeated it. And I believe that Candy was all set to play victim until she found out that Phaedra was the one who said it. Because she was trying to get Porsha fired, and she was yelling and screaming and putting on a hell of a show until Porsha said, well, Phaedra, you the one told me that she said that. And then all of a sudden, Candy just went to the tears. So I do believe it was something to it. I don't believe that Candy was serious. I'll say that. I don't believe she seriously meant that about Porsha, but I do believe that could she have said some stuff joking or jesting? Yes, I believe that. And it turned into a whole I'm a victim thing. And I think that Shamia tried to pull a Candy 2.0 with a rumor, and a rumor making her a victim. I think she tried to pull a Candy 2.0. I think she thought that, okay, I can pull you told this rumor and it hurt me, and maybe I can get you off the show if I can say that your rumor hurt me. Mind you, the whole show is all about rumors and gossip and shade. She tried to pull it, and I'm sorry, but I don't believe Bravo's going to go for it twice. Bravo went for it when it came to Candy, and Candy had leverage over them people for years behind a rumor. As though she's so, you know, important that, you know, she's the one person a rumor can't be out about. Miss needs to say, oh, yo, my bad. Let me get out y'all conversation. You talking to Shannon. She lied because she was getting a temperature check on Ashley. That's a good reason to lie. Okay. Couture Bay say, because Shamia definitely got that money for that breast cancer Britt told us last year. And during the episode, production showed a clip of her getting the check. Yep. Shine Bright say it's a great case of gaslighting. She changed the subject and everybody's focusing on the replacement. Right. They focusing on a statement that was never said. Focusing on a statement that was never said. And now, and to me, the only thing in question is the veracity of the statement that Angela did make, which was what she claimed that George said. And from what we just saw of George, who referred to his own wife as a prostitute, I believe that man said that. I believe the man said that. Nobody will convince me he didn't. He referred to his own wife as a prostitute, the mother of his children as a prostitute. You're not going to convince me that he didn't make them comments about Shamia. The tour base say Shamia outside is a loose secret. Yeah, it ain't new. Just last season, Shamia herself said it was an old rumor. Miss Weedy Pooh, hey girl, thank you for being 154. Lee Richard, hey boo. Say, I don't see why Angela would call Ashley on camera if she was lying. Ashley could have been playing both sides. I agree. But Angela called that girl on camera because she wanted to know exactly what was said, and she wanted to get it said, get whatever it was said on camera and get it clear on camera. I'm with you. Angela did that because she thought she was good to go. Because all last season when she was accusing Phaedra and she knew she was lying, Angela didn't call nobody on that camera. She brought the young man on the show at her event, her charity event, but that was after they had coaxed him and, told him to come on in, and Drew went to go meet him and bring him in after they had time to rehearse what he was going to say and to, determine and plan, how he was going to say it, and that he was going to accuse Phaedra and call her the Godfather and all this other weird stuff. But she didn't have time to coach Ashley. She didn't try to coach Ashley. It was impromptu. Shamia mentioned to the Loser Alliance, I should call Ashley in front of her. And Angela said, yeah, call her. And when Shamia did not want to call in front of Angela and had shut the door, that's when Angela went and called her herself. Ashley could be playing both sides. She seemed like she could be that type of young lady. But at the same time, Shamia didn't have time to coach her on what to say. So Ashley ended up not being able to give up anything other than that, according to her, she told Angela, you asked me, did I know anything about this girl? And I told you I didn't know anything about her. I didn't have any info on her. Now, Angela did expose herself with that. But, I mean, expose as in what? Other than you lied about that you was trying to get information. I believe she was trying to get information because it's very clear that Angela is a vindictive person. You piss her off, she gonna go all out, even if she do have to make up something on you. And I think when it came to Shamia, she thought she could just dig up the dirt and just drag her with it. That's what I think Angela was trying to do, dig up the dirt to drag Shamia because she didn't like her mentioning Charles and then approaching her kid. D say Angela knows what's going on. She not lying. In her confessional, when they asked her about Shamia, that yes was too strong. She's just learning how to move in that circle when you have that kind of tea. Right. But I'm gonna be honest. Do I believe that man said it? Yes. Do I believe Shamia was messing with that creepy man? I don't think so. I don't want to think that. I don't believe Shamia messed with that creepy man. Now I'm gonna just go on record and say that. Candy ain't want Todd having a mistress in Jersey and got her caught up. That's exactly what it was. Candy made it all about the dungeon, which that was a stupid rumor that nobody believed anyway. She made it about that so y'all wouldn't focus on the mistress in Jersey because she was mad at Porsha for saying that. That's really what that was all about. But Candy fans fell for it, just like Shamia fans is trying to fall for her mess right now. I appreciate you. Hey, Cent 58. Thank you for being 141. Now, Mother Worm need to go back from wherever she came from. Not Mother Worm. Shamia does not have an original thought. She don't, original goddess. She don't. Not one. She is the most unoriginal person I think we've ever seen on Housewives. And that's saying a lot because Drew Sidora is there. And we know Drew is unoriginal as hell. But I think Shamia is even more unoriginal than Drew Sidora. And that is so hard to do. That is so difficult to do. Purpose, she been lying, so it come natural after she lied on Phaedra about the meat. But Candy was just as dirty to Phaedra, and notice they not speaking on bringing Candy back. Super nasty. Child, thank you. Tilly said, Candy put on a whole Academy Award performance that reunion night. Yeah, she was acting. And her fans fell for it. Yeah, I definitely believe that man said that. Angela ain't lied on that man. He said that. And she ain't lying on Shamia. She's telling us what she feels about Shamia. She feel like Shamia a hoe, and that's what she's saying. I can't tell you lying about how you feel. Nah. Is it cool to call the lady a hoe? That's neither here nor there. I don't have a dog in this fight. Because like I said, if Shamia can call her husband a hoe, she can call you one. You know. You don't want no name calling. Don't call nobody no names. Hey, Teresa, thank you for being 145. The check scene was the same time she met with the run company. Why was George there? Hey, food for thought. Say the rumor is definitely true. Now, how you know the rumor true? Food for thought. I ain't gonna tell you wrong. But you got to tell me how you know that's true to say that rumor is true on Shamia. We don't know. We don't know that. Y'all know I don't police other women's Sallies. I don't know what your Sally doing. Ain't my business what your Sally doing. We can only speak to what we know. We don't know what Shamia doing with her Sally. And I'm going to go as far as to tell y'all, I don't want to know what Shamia doing with her Sally. I'm going to just let you know that. I don't need to know. I don't need to know. Now, food for thought says she believe Angela and everything. Angela say that's, how she feel. That's how she feel. And I can't tell her that ain't how she feel. But I can tell you, we don't know what Shamia doing with her privates. I don't want to know. Ashley did say how low we going when Shamia approached his daughter. Ashley said, write that again. Did Ashley say that? Did Pinky say that? Who said that? How low we going? Did Angela say it? Who said that? It's a little obvious he speaks that way. Oh, absolutely. Oh, you know her. But was you in the room with her? Girl, let me put my email in the chat. It's scrolling. But let me give you my personal email, girl. Because I would love to know. I love me some gossip. I just put my email in the chat. Because see, if it's proof, then I can roll with you. Anything that is proof of, I say it with a megaphone. I'm just careful about what I say about people when I don't know. Not just for legal reasons, but everybody done been lied on before. And being lied on ain't a good feeling, But if it's true, then it's just true. You know what I'm saying? If it's true, then it's just true. And I can't do nothing with that. You know what I mean? If something's truth, it's just true. Say Shamia and her hubby may have the wealth, but she's not happy. Here, all the cast members seem miserable if you ask me. Shannon, I like you. Because that's what I see. Girl, did you see my email in the chat? Here it go. Want to here it go. There go my email. S Dressmakers. Send it to me. It comes straight to this little phone. I'd be so happy to get something, some old hot mail on their phone. Send it to me. Oh, yes. All that action. Hey, Ashley Kane. But yeah, that's what's going on with this. In my opinion, and Claudia talking about with the Claudia and the pregnant of it all. I feel like that's a distraction because if Pinky is pregnant, that ain't even no news. That's a distraction. They don't want people to pay attention to what's really going on this goddamn screen. If you ask me, so no, Shamia, she thinks she's slick. She feel like she can pay enough people to spin a narrative. I don't know. Something tell me it's not gonna work. Something tell me it's not gonna work. And the reason I feel like it's not going to work is because after that reunion taped, Angela is way too confident. For Angela to be that confident after the reunion, it tells me that something got exposed at that reunion. Something went on. Angela ain't that confident for no reason, y'all. I'm going to say that. It's a reason for that. Yeah, send the drama, child. We want it all. Shannon says Shamia should have never addressed anything with Angela's daughter. Like what is so difficult about that? It seems petty it seems petty to some, but in the real world, that could have caused major conflict and get you hurt. Right. Because if that little girl had went off, then she'd have been trying to smear the child. Oh, look how she talking to me and this, that, and the third. And she's the kind of person that'll do something nasty. And then when somebody get a hope to her tail, then she's a victim again. And I said it on Sunday. Had she approached my child and said anything, I'd have drugged her children, her stale eggs, her ugly husband. I would have drugged his passport, his visa, his green card. I would have drugged her mammy, them stringy wigs. I'd have drugged her sisters. I'd have drugged everybody in her family. Everybody. I don't know. Is it off for 2 weeks? Shamia is real quiet. I don't think it shouldn't be off for 2 weeks. Is it going to be off for 4th of July weekend? Somebody check. Somebody check. Yeah, Claudia is so invested into this. She mad she only got 1 season. Yeah. And I don't know when Claudia is going to let that go. I don't know when Claudia is going to let that go. But she Claudia need to let that hurt go in real life. She need to let it go. Seriously. She needs to let it go because, it's over and it's done. They're never bringing you back. They're never bringing you back. Mm-hmm. Yep, stale eggs. Stale ones. Stale eggs. Mm-hmm. Hey, Black Lobster, they coming back on the 12th. Okay, so they won't be here this week or next week, and then they'll be back on the 12th. Okay. Child, Kaya ain't got nothing on me. Kaya ain't no real Florida girl. That heifer from Philadelphia or something. She from Philadelphia. She ain't one of us. She do all right. She been around us enough. She do okay for the holiday. Okay. Say the real tea is about the sister. Gerald is nice. Please don't drag him. Oh, girl, listen. I'm not going to get him because please understand, hands up, don't shoot. Shamia ain't said nothing about my children. Shamia ain't approached my children. What I said was, had she approached one of mine, talking out the side of her neck, I'd have drugged him, his mama, his relatives. I'd have drugged everybody. Everybody. And I wouldn't have cared who cried about it either. I'm talking about children and all, the sick one, the well one, all of them. Everybody would have got it. Everybody would have got it. I'm telling you, because I'm very transparent about that. I'm one of them mamas. I don't have good sense when it comes to my children. I'm unreasonable. I'm unruly. And I don't really care how you feel. Don't approach them. Don't bother them. Don't say nothing. Don't try to provoke them. Matter of fact, if me and you don't get along, don't say nothing to my children. Because it don't matter how much I dislike you. I'm not going to do anything or say anything out the way to or about your children. I'm just not going to do that. Right, innocent instigator. That wasn't Claudia right to do that, but she was trying to throw somebody else's news out there to distract from this mess with Shamia, baby, because these people is paid. They being paid. They pushing narratives. Facts. We don't. Lady Blue said all the accusations against Shamia by Angela sound like a bunch of BS and envy of Shamia's lifestyle. What lifestyle? In my opinion, Shamia would not risk her marriage for that corny. I don't think she slept with the man either, but that's Angela's opinion of her. Don't know what the hate is about. How you don't know, Lady Blue? Now, sis, you've been around too long. You know exactly what started this. Angela and Drew last season outed Shamia for coming to them to try to get them in on the alliance to take down Porsha. Then Shamia started beefing back and forth between her and Angela lightweight and then her and Drew heavyweight back and forth. She told Porsha what Drew said about paying for PJ's college. Drew lied and said she didn't say it. Angela co-signed it and said, no, Drew never said it, but Drew actually did say it. Then Angela started poking with Porsha on her birthday trip because she bought Drew to crash that girl party. And then when Angela was arguing with Britt Edie and Britt Edie was getting the best of Angela, she pivoted away and stopped arguing with Britt and started poking with Porsha, talking about sleeping with somebody's husband. Then after they done all went upstairs, came back down to the pool, they was all talking about Angela, Shamea included, and down to the pool, she said she had seen Charles in the streets and he do whatever. And Porsha said that Angela better leave me alone before I sleep with her husband. You know where all of this started. So then they came back this season after everything blowed up. And Drew and Angela right off the bat was bothering Shamea and was like, oh, well, you know, you blaming us for why you and Porsha not friends. They were still trying to keep up the Porsha narrative with Shamea. Shamea wasn't trying to go with it. Porsha wasn't going with it. She wasn't interested. And so they kept poking at her. Even in Dallas, when they split the two groups off, Drew was still poking at Shamea about her and Porsha not being friends. So when her and Angela went to meet up to talk, Angela was like, well, you keep telling people this is after Dallas, with her saying, I feel like you the one stirring the pot. And they was outside when Shamea had the thong on, and we seen that she now has a nipple on the bottom of her booty cheek because they tried to fill it up with something. I don't know what the hell happened, but it went wrong. And they was all outside before Cynthia's event. And Angela out of nowhere was like, I feel like you the one stirring the pot, and then went on to tell her that you keep mentioning my name in conversations and saying that are you blaming me for why you and Porsha not friends. So they had a meeting. They were supposed to meet up at dinner. That is Angela and Shamea to talk about that. Shamea came in on 10. Angela was going to try to be passive aggressive and take shots. Shamea made her comments. Angela made her comments. They was going back and forth. Angela told her about she ain't ever laid on her back to get on her feet. And when Shamea couldn't come up with nothing slick to say, she called Angela's husband a hoe. Your man be in the street, he leave home and don't come back till late at night. And so after that, Angela called her a hoe. She didn't call Shamea husband a hoe. She called Angela husband up. Angela called Shamea a hoe instead of calling Shamea husband a hoe. Now that's what happened. All this pretending like it's jealousy, y'all need to stop that. Stop it. Chapter and verse. That's what the hell went on. And y'all know that's what went on. Ain't no need in playing crazy. Why we playing crazy? That's all I'm saying. Why we playing crazy? Everybody know how Angela act about Charles. You called Charles a hoe, now she called you one. Now tell me how that turned into hate and jealousy. I'm going to wait right here. Somebody explain it to me. Claudia stay talking about a job she got fired from. Couldn't be me. Well, makeup added, if Claudia don't talk about the job she get fired from, what the hell she going to talk about? Claudia got a firing spirit. Everywhere she goes, she get fired. So she got to talk about something. Well, she can't mention nothing because she get fired from everything. She even got fired over there, Ricky Smiling now. Got fired off the Fox Soul thing, the Fox Soul, whatever the hell you call it. So she got to talk about something. She get fired from everything. She got a firing spirit on her. Say, you like me, no holds barred when it come to my kids or grandchildren. I'm telling you, I'm ignorant as hell, and ain't no point in me lying to you. Please don't say nothing out the way about nothing came out my belly, because I'm going to say some stuff that's going to set your soul on fire. So just don't do it. And I promise you I won't bother your children, but just don't bother mine. Hey, Lulu's little girl, thank you for being 155. Lord, Nikki B, you crazy. But K. Michelle did say on holidays she go try to get with women. Mm-hmm. Now, Carlos, I don't believe Carlos is paid. I think Carlos be trying to do them girls favors because he got relationships with them. That's what I think. Hey, how I see it. Say, people forget Shamia and Kelly was sitting around wondering out loud if Drew was effing Dennis for some beats. People forget that messy. Yeah, because they need Shamia to be a victim. So they magically do this. They magically do this. They magically get amnesia and all the timers when it comes to all the mess that Shamia do to start stuff for herself. Nikki B say I'm 40 and still check with my mama to see if she cool with folks before I speak. Yeah, because if you don't like my mama, ain't no point in us talking. I don't care if we relatives. My mama gone. And her sisters that did her nasty while she was here, I don't speak to them now. And I promise you, I would not, in the words of Mama Joyce, I wouldn't piss down their throat if their gut was on fire. You disrespected my mama while she here, and she can be in heaven sipping Kool-Aid with Jesus now. I'm not talking to you. Is that Saki or Sakaya? Tell me how to say it. So I'm glad I found you again. I caught a lot the other day. I'm late today, but I'm here. I used to see you on another channel, and once I heard your voice, I knew it was you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm so happy you here, honey. So I say Shamia was wrong for saying that to the daughter, considering she and Angela don't get on. However, what she said wasn't bad. It was more of a compliment. Shamia could have said something worse. No, that wasn't no compliment. Now, I know, Charles, you're not Black American, so you don't understand certain cultural mores. Now, over there in the UK, maybe y'all do that. Black American women, we don't do that. If I don't like you, I'm not saying nothing to your kid. Surely not going to go to your kid and make no slick, offhanded remark about the mama. Culturally, that's an absolute no-no. Over here, that's a good way to get your behind beat. Okay? Because you know we not like y'all. We fights over here. We fights over here. What Shamia did is a really good way to get stomped out. Depending on what state you from, you know the stomp out can come before the cuss out. It just depends. Shout out to the Baltimore girls, the Florida girls. You know the girls that like to wallow, the St. Louis girls. You know, it's some girls that'll stomp you out. Why are they cussing you out too? Shamia was out of pocket. And she knew she was wrong and admitted and told Pinky when Pinky Cole asked her, were you being sarcastic? Yes, I was. Like it's something cute. Like it's something cute. But if somebody had got a hold to her tail, then she really would have been a victim. I think Drew got a lot to do with why Angela going so hard. Probably so. Probably so. Because, see, they lied on Shamia last season. Remember that, right? They was at Shamia party. Shamia didn't cuss or nothing. She just asked Drew flat out, are you dating Dennis? When they got Shamia by herself at that gym, she sat there. They sat there and told Shamia, you said you asked her, are you effing Dennis? And Shamia said, that's not what I said. They argued and yelled over that girl, would not even let Shamia talk. And then immediately, when they was in the next scene talking about Shamia, they lied on Shamia and said that she was yelling at them and hollering at them and stuff, and it wasn't even happening. So they was really mad at her for asking the question, but really Drew was hanging around with Dennis so people would ask the question. But she wanted to beef with Porsha, not with Shamia. Yeah, y'all know what her name got that fire and spirit. Y'all know Claudia got that fire and spirit on her. Deborah say, oh, let me get out y'all conversation. Ain't my business. Right, Shannon. It was a backhanded compliment. How you dissing my mama to compliment me? Nah, baby, don't say nothing to my kids when we ain't cool. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. We're going to need a judge and a deliverance minister. Don't do it. How I see it said, and all the pretending that Angela doing Porsha dirty work is a weak narrative. Angela is going scorched earth against Shamia because since last season, Shamia been speaking on Charles. Exactly. But you know, the bloggers is trying to push the Shamia narrative to help, not the Shamia, the Porsha narrative to help Shamia, because Porsha ain't getting involved. And Shamia wants Porsha to be the big bad wolf. So they helping Shamia lie. That's what's going on. And I said it before you got here. Some of them people done accepted some checks. They done accepted some checks to push these lies for Shamia, and they ought to be ashamed of themselves. Hey, Miss Edith, how you doing? Happy Tuesday. They ain't doing nothing but lying. And some of these people, I don't care what nobody say. They don't fear God and they ain't scared of going to hell. You can't pay me to lie on nobody. I'm going to just say that outright. Please don't ever approach me with it, because you can't pay me to lie on them. Not one soul, not nobody. You ain't got enough money. How I see it say, and I said that too. If we not cool, don't say anything the F negative or shady about me to my child. And I guess glad the daughter didn't like the comment and went and told her mama. Yeah, she probably did. I know I'm going to do better, Cosmic Queen. I'm going to do better. Pink Pilates Princess said, I told a fib to get my mom off my case. My spirit ain't been at ease, even though I told her the truth already. I don't know how these girls do it. Me either. Me either. See, Deborah had even forgot Claudia was working for Ricky Smiley, because that firing spirit came in there and got her. See, just like Moneta got that sleep demon on her. See, Claudia got a firing demon on her. And they both of them need to be prayed over. And that'll stop it. Hey, Monique Austin. Say, how in the world was that a compliment? She disrespected her mama to that child's face. Thank you. Thank you. A compliment would have been, oh, you Angela's daughter. You are so beautiful. That's a compliment. That's a compliment because she is a beautiful girl. Out of all the things you could have said to her, oh, you're such a lovely young lady. Baby, your hair is so gorgeous. So many things you could say. But to say something like that, she was asking to get her behind beat. Makeup addict says, same with my mom and her sisters. I'm on my I don't F with you energy. You did my mama wrong. Hello. Girl, let me tell y'all something. My mama called me before I left Houston because it was before mama passed. And I was driving on Wheelcrest and Bel Air. I was right at the corner of Wheelcrest and Bel Air. Houston people know where I'm talking about. It's a little dentist shop there with the big apple out front. In front of the plaza with the nail supply place. And mama called me crying on the phone behind something one of her nasty sisters had to say. Mama been gone since May 10th of 2022. I'll never forget that day because it was one of the worst days of my entire life. And I don't care how long my mama been gone. I'm not messing with you. You don't like my mama, you don't like me. You think you're going to handle my mama? I will handle you. No, you don't do that. That was out of line. That was out of line. Anna say my daughter would have told her I'm just like my mama. Child, Peanut might have beat her tail. So we pray that people avoid Peanut with that. Charles say, you do make me laugh. I'm black, but not American. I agree Shamia was wrong. Right. But what you have to understand, Charles, is that black is not a monolith. And there are different ethnic groups within what falls under the umbrella of black. You know that, right? Black American is an ethnicity. We are a whole different set of people. We're a whole different set of people. So the way your people deal with that level of disrespect is one thing, but you have to give credence and have a little bit of understanding and discernment, the word that Shamia couldn't pronounce, and understand when you deal with people from different ethnic and cultural backgrounds, some things are absolutely taboo and you don't do. Now, within your cultural ethnic group, that may be acceptable. But among Black American people, especially Southern Black American people, that's an absolute no-no. You don't do that. You don't do that. And if you're in the UK, I'm sure you come from either a West Indian background or a African background of some sort. So you know all about different ethnic groups, right? You know all about that. So when it comes to Black Americans, y'all gonna have to study up, read up on what's appropriate and what's not appropriate. Because see, that's how people run into brick walls with us. They get to thinking it's a free for all when it's Black Americans, and it's not. It's some stuff that y'all allow that we would never. And it'll get your behind beat right here. And everybody's gonna be in agreement with the behind whipping that you get. Ain't nobody gonna oppose it. Ain't nobody gonna say, oh, she shouldn't have punched her in the mouth. We're gonna all say, yep, that's what that heifer get. And we're gonna call you a heifer. Just so you know, since we're, you know, what they used to do on the after school special, the more you know. The more you know. How I see it say, I reminded people season 9 that Phaedra brought up the Shamia Candy Tart rumor because Shamia was in a scene telling Sheree and Porsha how Phaedra pushed up on her ex-husband while she was married. But see, that's the thing. Nobody remembers anything Shamia does because Shamia is a victim. No matter what she does, she's the victim. Hey, Cynthia Christian, thank you for being 162. Not her claws need to fire her too. Bianca says Shamia couldn't have said it to me. The way I would have lit her so-and-so up, they would have showed they would have showed it at the reunion. Yeah, her baby do look just like her, but she has a beautiful child, P. Brown. The little girl disrespectful at the mouth. I don't like how she talked to Angela, but she is a beautiful little girl. Y'all see Peanut say avoid her now. Avoid her. Because Angela baby did pretty good. She did pretty good. But you can't, you know, don't do that with Peanut. Don't do that. Ricky fired her after bringing RHOA to Porsha on the job. Oh, okay. Yeah. You're right. I was trying to remember. You know, she get fired so much I lose track of all the firing. Right, Pink Pilates Princess. Most of us girls do. Most of us girls don't really play about our mamas. It don't even matter if our mama is on our nerves. You can't say nothing about her. The people who know me know I lovingly refer to my mama as my pet dragon. Because she was just that. She was beautiful and she breathed fire. But I promise you, you just couldn't tell me nothing about her. Tell them again, believes in JB. American black women, we don't take no stuff now. We ain't got nothing to take, especially about the children of the mama. Yeah, it won't be coming on Sunday, so we got a week off, and I feel like we need one. And something tells me before they can come back on the 12th, it's gonna be some more stuff come out. Something tells me it's gonna be some more stuff come out. See, after last season, all the interviews Shamia has done, I realized that she was never loyal to Porsha. I told y'all that last season. Ain't nobody believe me. She was loyal to being calculated, to staying close to Porsha, to stay in proximity to that show. Absolutely. And I feel like she told on herself when she did that interview and said that she wasn't really Porsha's friend, and they only became friends after Porsha was already on that show and had divorced Cordell. Once Porsha divorced Cordell, then they could be friends because, you know, Porsha, you already on this show. You already on this show. And you got a spot on this show. And it's a recurring spot on this show. And your spot looks real secure on this show. And then all of a sudden, now we friends. See, Shamia told on herself. She was so busy trying to make it look a certain way about Porsha. I noticed a lot of people on social media clocked Shamia with that. They clocked it quick. Like, oh, so you was only her friend once she was on the show. Because according to you, Porsha wasn't your friend. You said that was more my sister Glenda friend. I was in the house playing with dolls. That's what she said. I didn't say that. She said that. See, I wouldn't have never said nothing like that. She was trying to put it out that she was just this naive, pure as the driven snow princess. Yeah. But yeah, that's what we got for it, child. I guess we just, I don't know. I feel like we just need to watch and see how this thing develops, see exactly where it's going. I don't necessarily have a good feeling about where this is going. Something about it seems very fishy. And the way Shamia has not been very vocal, now that y'all mention it after the reunion, I want to know what the hell happened at the reunion. The fact that Angela's making statements like, oh, y'all will see, truth take time. What the hell came out? That she's gloating and making statements like truth take time. That sounds like somebody celebrating to me. I want to know what the hell Angela's celebrating. Don't y'all? Shamia wanted camera time, and it's funny how close she is to Candy. It's a lot of little funniness going on. I can tell you that. It's a lot of little funniness going on. She absolutely talks too much. They call Pinky a chatty Cathy, but she is too. She definitely is too. When Shamia jumped ship to be more friends with Candy and Kenya, she still had to run back to Porsha because Candy's friend didn't get Shamia the type of camera time being Porsha friend got her. Right, because Candy still had Don Juan and Carmen and her mama and Todd and all that going on, so she couldn't dedicate enough time to Shamia to make her, you know, visible like that. So you're right. She still had to double back and run the Porsha. Still had to double back. It's a shame. So y'all, that's all we got for it for now. I'm gonna wait and see when I'm gonna get my email from my good sister who says she got some gossip, because I sure want it. Whatever she got on Shamia, I would like to know. I ain't Angela Oakley. I ain't trying to mud slang, but I sure like to talk. Once I seen evidence, then I can say certain stuff, but I can't say, very much until I know something. I got to see something. 3 Buckhead says Shamia been quiet as hell since that reunion. Something happened at that reunion, y'all. Something happened at that gum reunion. Something happened. And then for Andy to be like, oh, this, best reunion in a long time. Something went on over there. We got K. Michelle and Angela Oakley's comments with hearts and stuff after she say the truth take time, talking about Shamia. We got a lot happening. Something ain't right. I smell a rat. Big one too. So listen, y'all tell me what y'all think in the comments. Anybody that catch us on replay, please leave a comment. I try to respond to everybody. If I don't respond, I'm at least gonna like your comment to let you know I read it. Because when I'm sitting up here during the day and I'm sewing and doing things like that, I read comments. I don't just get on social media to see the gossip. I will go and read comments to see what y'all think about things too. Because I want to know what y'all think about stuff. It matters to me. Okay. It matters to me. All right. So look, I'm about to get off from here. Y'all know what time it is. Renee just slid in here to tell y'all, everybody have a good evening. But y'all know what we about to do right now. We're getting up out of here. If you didn't hit that like button on the way in, hit your notification bell. Make sure you click all so you'll know every single time we go live on this good channel. Please make sure you're in Discord because they know that I'm going live before anybody else knows. And sometimes the gossip that makes it to Discord don't even make it to a live stream. So make sure you're in there. Plus, you can hit me on the inbox in there and give me any good gossip you got that I don't already know. So make sure you're in Discord. Remember to subscribe if you have not subscribed already, because you know we are happy to have you here and you like it here. So make sure you come back, okay? Also, if you want to join channel membership, there's a join button beneath the video and a membership link in the description box. Also in that description box, we have the link to my book, Little Girl, Big World. It is a survival guide for girls leaving home for the very first time. Make sure you have a copy for every little girl you know, even if they've been gone for a year or so. The tips and the information in there is very, very useful. If you cannot afford a copy, reach out to me in Discord and I will see to it personally that you get one free of charge, because over here we are very, very serious about keeping our daughters safe. The link is in the description box, and you can also go to Amazon.com and type in Seanitra. It will pop right up. Also in that description box, we have the link to our merchandise store so you can get your crown gear and represent the royal family, the most loving family on YouTube. We have the link for our merchandise store on Amazon and the link for my Amazon wish list in case y'all want to bless a girl with some more notepads, pens, snacks, goodies, and whatnot. I appreciate any and all support. Thank you to everybody for being here. Thank you so much for leaving a comment. Thank you to Candy Butler for being my only support of the entire day. Thank you so much for the super sticker, Candy Butler. You rock out loud. Thank y'all for sending up bubbles. Thank you for your likes. Thank you for everything, because you didn't have to be here hanging with us, and you were, and I appreciate you. So listen, as you go into the evening, please enjoy the rest of your night. When you go to bed, good night and sweet dreams. Don't forget to say your prayers. When you pop up tomorrow, remember to be positive and productive. Encourage the people around you. Remember to encourage yourself. And remember, in case no one else says it to you, honey, God loves you. I love you. And there ain't nothing you can do about it. We'll talk to y'all again soon, okay? Bye.